Welcome to Music News Weekly. In weekend music news, the beef is piping hot between the Game and RassKass. First the subliminals, then the confrontation, and now the disses. RassKass struck first with the diss song about the Game last week and quickly followed up this week with another 6-minute diss song called Game Over, spelled G-A-Y-M-E, and adding insult to injury with a mock album cover of the Game in a less than gangster photo. RassKass talked about everything from Game being a stripper to being on the dating show Change of Hearts. But the streets and hip-hop are talking that the Game plans to strike back very soon with something very interesting. This is surely the battle to watch. On Tuesday, October 24th, 2006, Big Cat Records and Tommy Boy Entertainment will release the explosive Gucci Mane's sophomore album, Hard to Kill. The first single from the CD is My Chain, which is one of the hottest tracks on the album and most requested in clubs throughout the Southeast. This time around, though, Gucci picks up where he left off after the success of his hit single, Icy. Now, Icy was in heavy rotation all over the world, and the album actually debuted at number 5 on the Billboard charts for independent albums and remained on the top 20 for 8 weeks, scanning over 125,000 units independently on his debut album. Gucci will show the world that he can come better and harder. Now, Big Cat Records president Mel Breeden stated, with all that Gucci Mane has seen and been through in the past year, this album shows how much he has grown lyrically. We named the project Hard to Kill because of all the drama that has surrounded Gucci's career, and he pulled through it all. So good luck to you, Gucci, on your second album. Tupac's legendary work ethic and constant drive often found him laying down 2 or 3 vocals in various recording studio rooms simultaneously, and then heading straight into a film set, video shoot, or concert only to begin again the very next morning, sleeping only during travel locations from one location to the next. Since his tragic death, his spirit has been kept alive thanks to an extraordinary legacy of unfinished recordings he left behind, and commitments from his mother, Afeni Shakur, had made to continue to get his complete body of work released. Work considered even more astonishing given that his first album came out in 1991 and he was murdered in September of 1996 at the age of 25. Now, some of the recordings from his tremendously prolific period are brought to light for the first time on Pac's Life album, which is released through Amaro Interscope Records. Released November 21st, 2006. Other than one verse fans will probably recognize from an earlier album, all of the other recordings on the album are previously unheard. Contributing to Pac's Life album are Ludacris, Snoop Dogg, Keisha Cole, T.I., Outlaws, Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, and many more. The artists and producers that's involved range from his close friends and colleagues to those who grew up on his music and were inspired and motivated by it. The passion and fire inside him makes it possible. 10 years and 11 albums after his death, wow, he still has unreleased material. Now, his mother, Feeney, went on to state that she says that every time Tupac left them the blueprints to follow, and without the amazing contributions made by every one of those artists, producers, musicians, and everyone that she knows, she don't know how this great task would have been accomplished. And his mother, of course, is the executive producer of the album. In other reports, Pete Doherty is ready to quit Baby Shambles and go solo. Encouraged by his girlfriend Kate Moss, who wants him away from the druggy lifestyle and his rock and roll hanger-ons, Representative for Doherty says Pete loves Baby Shambles, but he loves Kate a little bit more. Another source said that deep down, he knows he has a better chance of staying clean if he goes solo. They're madly in love and want to tie the knot at Christmas so that they can start a new year as man and wife. Good luck to you, Pete Doherty and Kate Moss. Unlocking the stainless steel briefcase, Fabulous money manager removed $15,000 in cold hard cash and slid the crisp bills under a courthouse window last week, freeing the Wilton and Brooklyn rapper on bail shortly after he was hit with gun charges. The 28-year-old lyricist was arraigned on 5 criminal possessions of weapon-related charges to a shoot 'em up near Puffy's restaurant in Manhattan. As the armed court officer stood nearby, Fabulous Money Man took advantage of the publicity surrounding the early Tuesday shooting and proclaimed the wounded rapper's next album will be released in February. Shameless plug. The representative went on to say that he was very shameful for saying that, but he got to take advantage of any kind of publicity prior to sliding the cash under the window there. Fabulous now, who was shot in the thigh during the gunplay, leapt out of the Manhattan criminal courthouse and got into his Mercedes. But before driving off, he said that he did not know who the shooter was who ambushed him in the parking lot of Jessen's restaurant over there on Fifth Avenue, which is owned by Puffy. But the shooters were apparently captured on video, so the search is on. After the much publicized label saga, re-up jive recording artist The Clips can now let someone else speak on their behalf, namely XXL Magazine musician critic Brendan Frederick, who in the November issue that's coming up bestows upon Hell Hath No Fury, their often delayed sophomore release, the magazine's highest XXL review rating, only the fourth perfect score in the publication's 8-year history, citing the duo's lyrical acumen, depth of content, and lack of guest appearances. Having flooded the streets with mixtape traffic, Pusha T and Malice have overcome the obstacles of time and pressure. The release date of the album has finally been set to November 28, 2006. That sums it up for music news this weekend. Thanks for tuning in. See you guys next time around.